we're exploring Virat's thrilling transformation from a young warrior who is heavily burdened by his destiny all the way to a king facing his ultimate trial. This is a tale packed with ancient magic, completely impossible odds, and it really digs into the true meaning of leadership. We're going to unpack the pivotal moments of a journey that tests not just physical strength, but the absolute power of the mind. So settle in, because we are about to decode the mysteries of a hero's awakening. Right, let's jump straight into this by plunging directly into a mysterious temple sanctum. Picture this. There's this strange, profound silence filling the air. Standing right in front of our protagonist, Virat, is a giant golden lion named Singraj. And this isn't just any creature. His fiery mane is gently swaying, and his golden eyes hold literally thousands of years of experience. Virat is completely bewildered and suddenly realizes this lion can not only speak, but can actually hear his every thought. And then Singraj drops this incredible revelation. He has protected Virat since the very day he was born. He literally tells him, "I watched you take your first breath." It's a huge moment that immediately establishes a deep, mysterious bond and sets the stage for a destiny Virat is completely unaware of. Moving into Section 1, the 9 Divine Crowns. So naturally, Virat's first instinct here is to just ask a flood of questions about his parents. But the air in the temple grows heavy, and Singraj flat out refuses to reveal their identity. He points out that if Virat got all the answers right now, he'd just run from his destiny. Every single answer must be earned. Virat will only get the truth about his past when he earns the first of several legendary artifacts hidden across the world. This is where a wise sage, or rishi, steps into the fold. He steps forward and drops a single droplet of water from his kamandal onto the stone floor. Instantly, magic just takes over the room. The floor illuminates and projects this breathtaking, breathing 3D map of the earth. We're talking mountains that actually breathe, rivers that flow, and clouds that drift. 9 distinct glowing points appear, and these are the resting places for the 9 divine crowns. But our focus for today is locked on the Himalayas, which is the resting place of the red fire crown. But, of course, it's never that easy, is it? The Rishi explains that thousands of years ago, the fire god Agni Dev hid this specific crown inside the volcanic Mount Jwalagiri. Just getting there is a problem, but it gets worse. Singraj touches the red light on the map, it bursts into flames, and reveals a giant, terrifying shadow on the temple wall. The fire crown is guarded by Agnivatal, a monster made entirely of living lava. He has eyes like burning coals, wields 2 swords made of pure fire, and he hasn't just been sitting there. Over the last 500 years, his roars have shaken the earth, and he has burnt thousands of undefeated warriors to mere ash. And what does Virat do? Without hesitation, he simply says, "I will go." Before Virat leaves the safety of the temple, though, he receives a really crucial gift. The Rishi places a hand on Virat's head, instantly wrapping his body in a glowing golden divine shield. But there is a very strict limitation attached to this magic, and it revolves around the number 3. This divine shield will protect Virat exactly 3 times. No more, no less. The Rishi is emphasizing a vital lesson here. Guardians can only do so much to protect you. Eventually, that shield is going to shatter, and Virat is going to have to learn to fight his own battles. Which leads us right into Section 2, Ambush in the Shadows. The transition from that sacred, safe temple to the harsh reality of the outside world is absolutely brutal. The very moment Virat steps out into the freezing Himalayan air, the peaceful atmosphere is shattered. Singraj suddenly halts, sensing danger. But before Virat can even spot the threat, a shower of black arrows rains down on them from the tree branches above. Virat actually manages to deflect most of the arrows with his mace, but one strikes him right in the shoulder. Immediately, he is completely surrounded as 20 highly trained killers emerge from the shadows. These guys are Kalnath's secret assassins. They're dressed entirely in black, wearing these eerie red blindfolds, and carrying poison-tipped spears. They know Virat has awakened, and they are here to end his journey before it even gets off the ground. The assassin leader actually laughs at the sight of this so-called young king. And honestly, looking at the overwhelming odds, you can't really blame the guy. He orders his men to finish Virat off. Now, this fight is a massive turning point. This is actually Virat's first time fighting human-like enemies, and initially, he is totally overwhelmed. He swings his mace frantically, just relying purely on physical strength. He manages to take down 1 or 2, but these assassins are way too coordinated. They attack from behind, strike at his legs, throw smoke bombs, and within seconds, he's bleeding and trapped. He tells himself he absolutely cannot lose, And right at that moment, Singraj's voice echoes in his mind, sparking this monumental shift from frantic, desperate fighting into a sensory, time-slowing mastery. He remembers Singraj's profound advice: fight with your heart, not your hands. Embracing this, Virat literally closes his eyes right in the middle of a deadly ambush. And when he does, it's like time just completely slows down. His senses awaken. He can suddenly hear the breath of every single assassin around him. He can anticipate their every footstep. When he opens his eyes, he operates at a speed he's never possessed before. In a single heartbeat, he disarms 3 warriors. In the very next second, his mace moves like absolute lightning, crushing the remaining elite assassins to the ground. Seeing this, the assassin leader is utterly terrified by this impossible display of skill and tries to make a run for it. But Singraj lets out a massive roar, and the shockwave of sound is so powerful it throws the leader several meters through the air. As he lies dying, the assassin just laughs and drops a massive bombshell on our heroes. He says, "You are too late. Agnivetal is not alone. Kalnath's first commander has already reached the volcano of Jwalagiri." Then his body turns into black smoke, leaving Virat with the chilling realization that the danger of the upcoming trial just doubled. Let's look at Section 3, Mind over the Sword. The ambush is handled, but the war is really just beginning. Over the next 3 days, Singraj completely shifts his role from being a protector to a mentor, preparing Virat for exactly what lies ahead. As you can imagine, the journey through the Himalayas is completely unforgiving. On day 1, they are crossing these treacherous icy valleys and leaping over deep, terrifying gorges. By day 2, they take shelter in ancient caves, but there's no time for rest because nighttime is for training. But here's the fascinating part. During this grueling journey, Singraj doesn't teach a single sword fighting technique. He doesn't focus on physical combat at all. Instead, he teaches mental control. So by day 3, as they arrive at the smoking, foreboding peaks of Jwalagiri, Virat has evolved from a frustrated, reactive fighter into a remarkably calm, composed, and confident warrior. Singraj shares a piece of wisdom during this trek that changes absolutely everything for Virat. He says, "Anger gives power, but also blinds you. A king thinks first, then strikes." This is just a fantastic, real-world takeaway on emotional regulation, isn't it? Whether you're a warrior facing down a lava demon or just someone dealing with daily life challenges, it's a powerful reminder that true strength comes from a controlled mind, not impulsive rage. A calm mind sees the entire battlefield clearly, while an angry mind only sees the target, completely missing all the traps set around it. Section 4. The Gates of Jwalagiri. By sunset on the 3rd day, the duo finally arrives at their destination, and guys, it is a scene straight out of a nightmare. Jwalagiri is this colossal mountain that is actively spewing fire. Rivers of molten lava are flowing down its sides, the sky is completely choked with thick black smoke, and the ambient heat alone is so intense it would incinerate a normal human being in a matter of minutes. Suddenly, this booming voice echoes from within the mountain itself, initiating the final trial. The voice commands Virat to prove the fire of his soul. In response, the very earth shakes, and that sea of lava miraculously parts right in two, revealing a narrow path of black stone leading up to a giant door marked with the symbol of the fire god. But as Virat steps forward, Singraj proudly halts. He tells Virat, "My limits end here. The crown only accepts a true king, someone who faces his absolute worst fears entirely alone, without a guardian, without any support." Virat grips his mace, looks back one last time, and as Singraj bows his head, Virat crosses the threshold. The moment Virat steps inside, those giant stone doors slam shut behind him, sealing him in completely. He is plunged into total, suffocating darkness. A tense moment of silence passes, and then, out of the blackness, 2 glowing red eyes ignite. A heavy, demonic voice echoes through the cavern, saying, "After 500 years, a new challenger has arrived." Virat grips his mace, knowing he isn't just facing a monster anymore, he's facing the combined lethal threat of Agnivetal and Kalnath's deadly commander, which leaves us with this incredible question to ponder. Can a king truly conquer the fire within, relying solely on his newly awakened mind, or is he just going to burn to ash like the thousands of undefeated warriors before him? Thank you for joining me on this explainer, everyone. The real battle for the Fire Crown is just beginning.